in each November we celebrate the International Day of Tolerance. This is the reason why I came to this school, to understand more about tolerance in the early stages of life. In this school, kids from more than 90 nationalities, they study together. Of course, they learn from the books, but also they learn from their colleagues. This is the reason why we reunited them in this library to understand their perspectives on diversity. So let's hear them. In one word, what do we need for peace?
Tolerance,
love,
reflection,
understanding,
acceptance.
Fight climate change.
We're just going to talk today about tolerance, and I want to understand your perspective on tolerance and diversity. What do you feel when you hear like this word diversity, tolerance? What does it mean for you?
So like in Canada, we're all Canadian, not many are American. We don't come from around the world, we're all in one place. But here it's completely diverse, everyone's different, everybody has their own culture. That's what I think it means.
It's basically differences and variety, like different characteristics, different opinions, thoughts, ideas, and things like that. So it really is everywhere, and it's kind of unavoidable. Like we can't really escape from it because it's always there.
Basically, we're in one place at the same time, but we're actually different individuals. We're really unique within our culture, like religion, our language, everything. And we're basically our own true selves around people.
Yeah, so my friends taught me English, which is huge. Like I couldn't speak one word back in grade 1 or in grade 2. So it took quite a while. So my friends taught me, and then around this in MYP, like this time in MYP, we learned more about people's cultures because we understand it more. And I personally understand lots of people's cultures in my class.
when I came here, my friends, the first friends I had, they guided me a lot. They explained their culture, their celebrations, and I not only learned a lot about them, but this also gave me an opportunity to express a lot about myself.
So learning about just like their day-to-day practices and how that's influenced by their upbringing or their cultural background, that itself is so interesting. Like the food they eat, the way they celebrate birthdays or festivals and things like that. Like it's just the small things, but there's so much diversity in that itself, which makes it so interesting.
Try different things, because you don't want to stick with all the things you same do, because if everyone's the same, it's all boring.
Be bold and confident enough to learn about different cultures, different traditions and things like that, because that could benefit you and you could learn something from other cultures which you could implement in your daily lifestyle.
Be to seek knowledge with an open mind. Oftentimes we hear things about other people and about ourselves that aren't necessarily backed up by facts or statistics, and the only way really to get that sense of self-assurance is to go out and do your own research and figure out what's right. And when you encounter debates and discussions, to sit and think for a second.
You don't need to be embarrassed of your own traditions or anything, because, for example, I used to have this friend who would be embarrassed of eating her own cuisine in front of other people because she'd think that they would judge it. So my advice is kind of like, don't be scared to be yourself. You should kind of embrace that difference and actually act as your own unique person.
The main thing that I think we all should follow is, while respecting the other's differences, also respect your diversity, your culture, and differences that you have, because that makes you a better person and you can also express yourself better.
I think around the world in many places, it's often the case that when we think of tolerance in particular, the definition or the dictionary definition kind of is, it's like a borderline acceptance. Here in the UAE, I believe it's more about really celebrating diversity and not just mere acknowledgement that we're all different, but really the celebration of everything that makes us unique. So one of the things that I think the UAE does really well is international schools like this and international committees and communities outside of school.
When I came here, many people here are accepting you. Like my first community, I didn't speak anything, but my friends helped me speak English, and they accepted me in their friend group. Everybody is accepting. Like, they accept you anywhere, no matter where they're from. If you're here, you're always gonna be accepted, I find.
Coming from Greece, I used to go to a public school where it's only Greek kids and we all speak Greek and all that. And then suddenly here I go to a private school where there's so many different people, and I'm also in an entirely different country. Like, this is the only second country I've been in my life. I've never been anywhere else. And like, the UAE has taught me many different things without exactly like telling me directly. I just see it everywhere. So when I go to public places, there's always different people.
For example, here there are many competitions, programs, as Johnny said, that celebrate your culture, others' culture. There are also many programs that allow you to express your thoughts, your emotions, and that has a huge impact on me as well as other people. So I really appreciate that fact about this country.